Hey guys, this is Shranik from Tech Talk Consulting. Today we are going to see how to download and install Cloudera QuickStart virtual machine on your device, Windows or a Mac. So let's get to the business. Go to a browser window and open up the page www.cloudera.com. On the top of the page, you will find a menu item Downloads and a sub-menu item Quick Start VMs. Click on Quick Start VMs. Now you should see a page from where you will be able to download the virtual machine. However, before you proceed, couple of items to be noted. The virtual machine, the CDH version that you are going to use is on the top of the page. In this case, it is CDH 5.12. The Cloudera QuickStart VM is a single node cluster, and generally you want to download and install the single node version for either testing, or you may want to learn how CDH works. So this is maybe a self-learning exercise. Whatever the case may be, you are at the right spot. Couple of more system requirements to be aware of. If you are installing VMware, or you are going to use a VMware image of the virtual machine CDH, then you will need VMware Player on Windows 4.x or higher, and VMware Fusion on Mac 4.x or higher. The most important part is that your machine should at least have a 4 GB of RAM for virtual machine if you want to run CDH 5 by default. If you want to learn something additional like Cloudera Manager, then you want to use Cloudera Express. Now Cloudera Express has a higher memory requirement of 8 GB of RAM for the virtual machine. Okay, so let's get to the business of downloading the software. Now because the virtual machine is of a large size, I have already downloaded it. However, I'm going to walk you through the steps. So go on the top of the page and you will see a select a platform. So select a platform is actually asking you for the type of image that you want. Based on the virtual machine that you are going to use, you will choose the image. In my case, I'm going to use Virtualbox. So I'm going to choose Virtualbox image. Click on that and click Get It Now. You will be asked a couple of information that Cloudera wants to collect from you, because they want to know what is the purpose you are downloading this image for. They want your first name, last name, your business information, the country that you are from, your phone number, and also some information related to your job. So fill in all this information. All is required before you move forward. So once you provide all this, click on Continue, and you will be asked to accept the terms and conditions for the use of the virtual image. Accept it and click Submit. When you do Submit, the download will start, and as I said, it is a 5.5 GB file, so it's going to take some time. So have patience. So while that is getting downloaded, you can go to the new tab and go to www.virtualbox.org/wiki/downloads. Remember that D in the download is capital. Press enter and you should be on the Virtualbox download page. Here, depending on the platform that you are, you can choose the Virtualbox executable. I am on OS X, so click on OS X. If you are on Windows machine, click on Windows host, and it will start downloading the executable. This executable for OS X is like 95 MB, so it's a very small. But once you download, then you should be in business. So I have downloaded both OS X Virtualbox as well as QuickStart for CDH. So I'm going to close down my browser window. Here is the VirtualBox, and here is my download page. As you notice, I have the VirtualBox, CDH VM, which is 5.89 GB, and I have unzipped the file, so I can see that there is a VMDK file that is of 5.95 GB, and also there is an executable for installing VirtualBox, 94.5 MB. So what you need to do is select the OVF file and import it in VirtualBox. Let the default be there. Click on import, and before you click the import, you will notice that RAM is 4.96 MB, 4096 MB, which is 4 GB, and the OS is Red Hat. Okay, so click on import. It will take about 3 to 5 minutes for the VMDK file to be imported within the VirtualBox. Let's close the Finder window. Wait for a few minutes for the image to be imported, and once it is imported, you can start the virtual machine. So in about another 10 minutes, we should have our virtual machine ready to be used. There you go. So as you can see, the base memory is 4 GB. Okay, and if you want to run Cloudera Express, you will have to change this base memory to 8 GB, so 8192. So let's click on start. This one will start opening or running the virtual machine, and since this is the first install, it may take some time, so have patience. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to pause and restart so that we can quickly move from the opening of this to the actual Cloudera VM start page. Okay. There you go, guys. Cloudera VirtualBox is ready with the virtual image. VirtualBox is ready with the Cloudera virtual image, and we are in the business. So as I was mentioning earlier, if you by default you are just going to have to manage your Hadoop environment manually. Now if you really want to use the Cloudera manager, then close this browser window and you can double click on the launch Cloudera Express icon here. So what this does is it initially looks for, or rather checks, whether you truly have 8 GB of memory assigned to the virtual machine. If not, this will not run. This will not run at all. But if you have assigned it, it will start installing the Cloudera manager for you and preparing it for you to use. If you want to do this after the fact, meaning you first want to run the basic default version of the virtual machine and then go back and install Cloudera Express, then what you can do is you can shut down this virtual machine, go back to your VirtualBox, and there you change the base memory to 8192, then come back and double click on this icon and it should do the trick. Alright, so there you go. Have fun learning Cloudera. Thank you for watching the video. Goodbye.